There's a quiet moment most people overlook right after waking up, before the coffee, before the phone, before the day even begins. In that small window, your body is already trying to recover from hours of overnight work, and your kidneys have been filtering nonstop without a single drop of fluid coming in. Here's what most people don't realize. What you drink first thing in the morning doesn't just quench thirst, it actually decides how hard your kidneys have to work for the rest of the day. The wrong choice keeps everything concentrated and sluggish, forcing your system to work under pressure. But the right choice does the opposite. It helps flush waste more easily, supports smoother filtration, and reduces the kind of hidden strain that builds up over time without you noticing. And in the next few minutes, you'll discover 5 simple morning drinks that have been studied for their role in supporting kidney health, helping reduce inflammation, and improving how efficiently your body clears waste. Starting from the very first sip of your day. So let's take a closer look at what your morning routine might be missing. Number 1, warm lemon water. It seems almost too simple to make a difference. Just warm water with a squeeze of lemon. But this is exactly where most people underestimate what's happening inside their kidneys first thing in the morning. After a full night of sleep, your body wakes up mildly dehydrated. Fluids are more concentrated, including your urine, and that creates the perfect environment for minerals like calcium to start sticking together. Over time, this is how kidney stones quietly begin to form. Now, here's where warm lemon water changes that direction. The hydration alone helps dilute that concentration, making it easier for your kidneys to flush waste without extra strain. But the real advantage comes from a natural compound found in lemons called citrate. Citrate plays a very specific role. It binds to calcium in the urine, preventing it from forming crystals. Research published in the Journal of Urology has shown that higher citrate levels are linked to a lower risk of kidney stone formation. In other words, this isn't just a home remedy. There's measurable science behind it. There's also another layer most people don't think about. Lemons contain vitamin C, which acts as an antioxidant. Each time your kidneys filter waste, they produce small amounts of oxidative stress. Over years, that stress can gradually wear down kidney tissue. Vitamin C helps counter that process. It doesn't create a dramatic, immediate effect, but it supports your kidneys at a cellular level, helping them function more efficiently over time. And when combined with proper hydration, that effect becomes even more meaningful. Preparation matters more than it seems. Use warm water, not hot, so your body can absorb it comfortably. Squeeze in fresh lemon, about half a lemon per glass, and drink it slowly on an empty stomach before anything else. Avoid adding sugar. Even small amounts can increase blood sugar and place additional stress on your system. And skip bottled lemon juice, which often lacks the natural citrate that makes fresh lemon effective. 1 glass each morning is enough. Simple, consistent, and easy to maintain. And over time, it gives your kidneys a cleaner, lighter start to the day without adding anything complicated to your routine. Number 2, turmeric tea. It's not the first drink most people reach for in the morning. In fact, many avoid it because of the strong color or unfamiliar taste. But what's happening beneath that surface is very different from what most people expect. One of the biggest hidden drivers of kidney decline is not something sudden. It's ongoing, low-level inflammation inside kidney tissue. This kind of inflammation doesn't cause immediate symptoms, but over time, it makes filtration less efficient and gradually wears down the tiny structures your kidneys rely on. Turmeric works at a deeper level than most drinks because of its active compound, curcumin. And curcumin doesn't just act broadly, it specifically targets inflammatory pathways in the body, helping reduce the signals that keep inflammation active inside tissues, including the kidneys. This is where it becomes different. Instead of only supporting hydration or reducing surface-level stress, turmeric helps calm inflammation closer to where damage actually begins. Research has shown that curcumin can reduce markers of kidney inflammation and oxidative stress, both of which are closely linked to long-term kidney decline. There's also an added benefit that often goes unnoticed. Curcumin supports better blood sugar balance and circulation. And that matters because unstable blood sugar and reduced blood flow are two of the biggest contributors to kidney stress over time. When circulation improves, your kidneys receive a steadier supply of oxygen and nutrients. And when blood sugar is more stable, there's less pressure on the delicate filtering system. These are small shifts, but they add up in a meaningful way. Preparation matters if you want to get the full benefit. Use fresh turmeric root or high-quality turmeric powder and combine it with warm water or plant-based milk. Adding a small pinch of black pepper can significantly improve absorption because it helps your body use curcumin more effectively. Keep it simple. 1 cup in the morning is enough. You don't need large amounts, just consistency. And over time, this becomes a steady way to reduce hidden inflammation and support your kidneys at a deeper level than most people realize. Number 3, green tea. It doesn't look like much. Light in color, mild in taste. But inside a simple cup of green tea is one of the most studied groups of compounds when it comes to long-term health, including how your kidneys handle stress over time. One of the biggest silent drivers of kidney decline isn't something you feel right away. It's low-grade inflammation that builds slowly in the background. Day after day, this kind of inflammation makes it harder for your kidneys to filter efficiently, even if everything seems normal on the surface. Green tea works differently from most drinks because of what it contains. It's rich in natural antioxidants called catechins, especially one known as EGCG. And this compound has a direct effect on how inflammation behaves inside the body. Instead of letting that low-level inflammation continue unchecked, EGCG helps calm it down. Research has shown that it can reduce markers of inflammation, which is important because less inflammation means your kidneys can filter blood more smoothly and with less internal stress. There's another layer to this that many people overlook. Green tea also helps reduce the buildup of certain compounds in the urine, including oxalates. These are one of the main contributors to kidney stone formation, and keeping them lower reduces that risk over time. At the same time, green tea supports healthier blood vessel function. When blood vessels are more relaxed, circulation improves and your kidneys receive a steadier flow of oxygen and nutrients. That makes a real difference in how well they can do their job throughout the day. But how you prepare green tea matters more than most people think. If the water is too hot, it can damage the delicate compounds that make green tea effective. Instead, use water that's just below boiling and let it steep for about 2 to 3 minutes. Avoid adding sugar. It takes away from the anti-inflammatory benefits and adds unnecessary strain to your system. If you want a bit of flavor, a slice of fresh lemon can enhance both the taste and the absorption of those beneficial compounds. 1 to 2 cups in the morning is enough. Not excessive, not complicated. Just a steady, consistent habit that helps reduce hidden stress, supports smoother filtration, and gives your kidneys a quieter, more balanced start to the day. Number 4, unsweetened cranberry juice. Most people have heard that cranberry juice is good for the urinary system, but what often gets missed is why it matters, and more importantly, why the version most people drink can quietly work against them. One of the most overlooked threats to kidney health isn't sudden damage. It's repeated, low-level irritation from bacteria that linger in the urinary tract. Over time, that irritation can travel upward, creating unnecessary stress on the kidneys without obvious warning signs early on. This is where cranberry juice becomes much more than a simple drink. Cranberries contain compounds called proanthocyanins, and they do something very specific. Instead of trying to kill bacteria, they prevent certain bacteria from sticking to the walls of the urinary tract in the first place. That one detail changes everything. Because if bacteria can't attach, they can't build up the same way. They're more easily flushed out when you urinate, which reduces the chance of that slow, repeated irritation that can eventually affect kidney function. Research has shown that these compounds help reduce bacterial adhesion, one of the earliest steps in how infections begin. So instead of reacting after a problem forms, cranberry works more like a barrier, helping prevent the problem from taking hold. There's also another quiet advantage. Cranberries provide antioxidant support without overwhelming your system, which helps reduce background inflammation. And when inflammation is lower, your kidneys can filter more smoothly, with less strain over time. But here's where most people go wrong. The cranberry juice you find on store shelves is often loaded with added sugar, and that completely cancels out the benefit. Sugar increases inflammation and puts extra pressure on your system, which is the exact opposite of what you want. So the form matters. Always choose unsweetened cranberry juice. It will taste more tart, but that's a good sign. If it feels too strong, you can dilute it with water to make it easier to drink without losing its effect. A small amount is enough. About 4 to 6 ounces a few times a week is more than enough to support your system without overdoing it. And taken consistently, it becomes a simple way to reduce hidden stress before it has a chance to build up. Number 5. Plain water. Nothing about it feels impressive. No bold flavor, no special ingredients, nothing that makes you think it's doing anything significant. And that's exactly why most people underestimate how important it really is. Your kidneys depend on water for every single function they perform. They can't filter waste unless it's dissolved first, and without enough fluid, everything becomes more concentrated. That means your system has to work harder just to do what it's designed to do naturally. When hydration is low, waste doesn't move as easily. Minerals stay longer than they should, and your kidneys are forced to process thicker, more concentrated fluids. You won't notice it immediately, but over time, this added strain starts to build. This is where plain water becomes the foundation. It doesn't target just one problem. It supports the entire filtration process by making everything flow more efficiently. With enough fluid, waste is diluted, movement is smoother, and your kidneys can function without unnecessary pressure. Research has shown that people who stay consistently hydrated tend to experience a slower decline in kidney function over time, and this becomes even more important as natural thirst signals become less reliable with age. The key is not to drink large amounts all at once. Your body responds better to steady intake. Start your morning with a glass of water before anything else, then continue sipping throughout the day instead of waiting until you feel thirsty. Room temperature water is often easier on your system, especially early in the day. And a simple way to check your hydration is by looking at urine color. Pale yellow usually means you're on track, while darker shades are a sign you need more. It may not feel powerful, but without it, nothing else on this list works the way it should. And when you get this one habit right, everything else becomes more effective. By now, you've probably noticed something important. None of these drinks are complicated, but together they change how your kidneys start the day, and that small shift can quietly influence your health for years. Because kidney problems don't appear all at once. They build slowly through everyday habits that seem harmless in the moment. And the good news is, protection works the same way. One better choice in the morning can begin to reduce that hidden strain right away. You don't need to do everything at once. Just start with one. Stay consistent, let your body respond, and over time, those small decisions begin to add up in ways most people never expect. If this helped you see your morning routine differently, take a moment to hit the like button so more people can find this information. Share it with someone you care about who might benefit from it. And if you want more simple research-backed ways to protect your health as you get older, make sure to subscribe and stay with us for the next video.